Welcome to my channel. This is your more girl from this to that. Today I got so many requests on how I did my quick water floral arrangements, and people were saying, well, how do you do it? We never used it before. I want to learn. Well, I learned from YouTube channels. So what I'm going to do is show you how I did these. It's so simple and easy. If I knew it was this easy, I would have done this a long time ago. Most of my vases that I get are from Goodwill. I do not purchase expensive vases from any other source because most of these vases were only 50 cents each. So I'm going to show you how you can paint your vase and also see the marbles at the bottom. Add marbles, and you can add also any type of stone that you want. If you want to wrap yours in burlap, your vase for decor, or if you want to just paint. This is a nice topiary I did with Rocher's chocolates. I saw this on YouTube, but I only saw it on a stick. So I says, well, I don't want it on a planter. Let me be creative and put it in a vase with the marbles. So I did a combination of this, and I made my topiary with this using pencils I got from Michael's. Now these are the flowers I'm going to be doing. I have roses here for this vase here that I started. Since I cut my flowers too short for the vase, I'm going to use quick water only at the bottom, let that set overnight, and then put these crystals up top. These are the items I'll be using: a bowl to mix the quick water, scissors. I needed a stick. I didn't have a stick, so I'm just using the back of the brush. Pencils to demonstrate how I use the topiary, some stone, foam, marbles. I have the quick water here plus some glass cleaner. You want to make sure everything is nice and clean. You don't want any fingerprints or anything that's going to leave permanent. And some gold paper that I use for the topiary. The first thing I'm going to do is just make sure my things are clean. So I use my Zep cleaner, and I just kind of like go in there and wrap. Let that set a second and just make sure everything is spot. I don't want to touch my marbles with my fingers. Because I don't want them to be smudged. Just make sure you read your instructions carefully, because what you're actually doing is part A and part B with the quick water, but you're actually going to do part B first, then you're going to add in your part A. It's in reverse. So whatever product you use, make sure you read the instructions real carefully. Make sure the seal is not broken. They'll tell you that on the instructions. So you're mixing your part B first, real slow, because you really do not want any air bubbles to come in. I'm mixing the whole thing because I'm doing two vases. And try to do a stick. I didn't have a stick, so I'm using just the stick of the brush. So once that's done, just make sure you close it back up. Put it to the side. And you see here, no bubbles. Once you got part B in, you're going to now put in part A. Again, make sure your seal is not broken. Remove it. And this is, be careful guys, you have to do it very slow, and it's a 5-minute process. So I'm looking at my clock, it's 9:50. It says 3 to 5 minutes to start very slowly. So I just swirl back and forth to make sure I capture no bubbles. Now the first time I did it, it actually did it faster. I did have some air bubbles, but they actually dissipated. So this is all it is. It's like putting creamer in your coffee. It's easy breezy. Just do it real slow. And I just kind of swish it back and forth. because even that I got a couple little bubbles. Even that was too fast. Okay, so I'm using the whole contents of both again because I'm doing 2 vases. And just again, slowly stir, real slow. So when I finish stirring, I'm going to come back to you because I even got a couple bubbles here. As slow as I'm stirring now, I still got a couple little air bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you in my 5 minutes when I'm done. The next thing I'm going to do is add the marbles to my vase. I did wipe down my vase again using a cloth. I seen some streaks with the paper towel, so this time I'm trying to just use the cloth and just make sure you're real careful, because once this stuff is in there, you can't really go back to it, and it takes 24 hours to harden. Okay, so I got the glass as clean as I can. Again, this is a Goodwill vase, so it's not spanking brand new from the store, so it might have a couple little smudges on it or scratches on it, but hey, it can't beat it for 50 cents. So first thing, marbles, I wipe them down clean. I'm going to pour them in. I end up using all the marbles since it's just a water vase. I shake it around. Okay, so I have the marbles inside my vase. So from there, I'm going to add the quick water. Again, this stuff lasts, it doesn't harden for 24 hours, so you have plenty of time, no rush. And all you got to do is just pour slowly. And make sure the marbles are covered. Okay, and that is all I'm going to use, because I'm doing the other vase as well, which may not even be enough, but I'm going to try to do the best I can. So this is how it looks. It'll give you plenty of time to move your flower arrangements around if you're not happy with the position that it is. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my flowers, tape them together, and then insert them, and then this vase will be done. Now for these flowers, I'm going to use tape to just put the 2 flowers around. This is the first time I'm actually using tape. I just want to make sure, I didn't want them crosses separated. I just bent each one on its side slightly, and I'm just going to tape around just to keep them together. They have all different types of tapes out there that you can use. You don't need much for this. So I have them apart, and I'm just going to like kind of twirl it so I can have a little angle at the bottom. And just make sure your flowers are settled. Okay, now that I have the 2 flowers together, all I have to do is put them in the bowl. It's so simple and easy. Move this to the side. And just drop them in. And they're the perfect height. Again, they will lean, and what you could do, if it leans like this, you could take your tape see how smushy it is, it's not hardened. You could take tape here and here and just set it straight. So again, I could take my floral tape just so it doesn't lean over here. this is exactly what I did when I did the topiary, because it was so heavy. I actually had to prop it up with tape. I have plenty of time to move it, change it, alter it, push it together if I needed more here. And again, it's going to take about 12 hours, so you can still play with your arrangements however you want if it's not working for you. There you go. So that's how you do the quick water with the marbles. Again, I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to show you. The only one the difference is I'm going to keep it clear, let it harden, and then come back tomorrow, put the crystals on top, and that's it. Okay, I'm on my second vase, and again, this is another Goodwill find. It probably cost $1 or $2. And what I did was just add some diamond wrap to it that you can get from the Dollar Tree or Michael's or any Hobby Lobby or craft store, and I just glued it in. So I'm just going to add the remainder of the quick water, and that's all I'm going to do. Let it dry, and then take these pieces, and be careful. I didn't know this was glass, because it's actually glass in here. So just make sure when you buy this stuff that you're careful that it's cut glass, evidently, and it has glass pieces in there, so you might want to handle that with some gloves. Okay, so this is going to go in once it's settled and dry tomorrow, and it's hardened. That will pour on top, and then I'll put the other arrangements in there. So again, you go in, and it's real slow, and I'm using the rest of the solution. So that looks very clear. You can barely see that it is in there. It's really, really pretty. And I think with the crystals on top, it really should come out very, very nice. Okay, guys, so that's vase number 2. Now, real quick, if you're using stones, just make sure you arrange your stones first. You don't want to plop your stones inside of the quick water because you can't arrange them, and it's going to be a mess. So you do your vase first. You arrange them in your vase, just like I did with the marbles, and then you slowly pour it on top. Okay, you still have some time to, you know, maybe get a stick or something small to rearrange one, but you don't want to plop them in there. It's going to totally probably destroy your product. Okay, and create a lot of bubbles. So again, stones first, marbles first, then the quick water on top, and let the solution just go in between them, and then when it hardens, it should come out very nice. Now for the topiary that I did, same technique as you saw with the quick water, the marbles. The only thing I did for the band was I used spray paint and primer. This is Rust-Oleum Universal. It said you could use it on plastic. I just used it on glass. And I'm also going to do a YouTube video on everything I have painted. You will not believe the things that I paint. I paint everything. All I do is tape here, mask and tape. Tape this here. What you don't want sprayed, just make sure you tape around it. Then do light coatings all around. I always hold my glass upside down and spray as I go and slowly coat. Don't do it too quickly. Take your time, do several coats, because if not, it will run. And as you can see here, there's no running. So I took my time and did little spritz at a time. Okay? So that's for that. For the styrofoam ball, I'm just using this one as a demonstration. I use this styrofoam ball that I got from Michael's. I think they're about $5 each. And they got liner. This is wrapping paper liner. And this is like a metallic gold. So, for demonstration purposes only, I use, I didn't even use spray adhesive. Some YouTubers use spray adhesive, some YouTubers use Mod Podge. Because it was wet, I just didn't. I just took scissors, went in the middle. That's all I did. Got the inside out. And I tucked each one in this direction. Fold it and tuck. Fold it and tuck. Fold it and tuck. Fold it and tuck, and tucked again. So at the end, when I had too much, I just ripped it off, and I just got a little spray adhesive here and tucked it. Then I took toothpicks here, and that's how you hold on to this. That's all you have to do. And then as you eat them, just make sure you replace them. If not, it'll look crazy. Okay, so that's how I did that. For the pencils, I took 4 pencils I got from Michael's. It came in a pack of 8 with these. And since I'm using my home studio and the colors are white and gold and then black and gold. So you just take some hot glue, adhese the 2 together, adhese the other 2 together, and then together until you get the 4. Just like this. And all you have to do is insert it. Okay, and follow the same techniques. Make sure you use plenty of tape because it's going to slide back and forth. Okay, so make sure you keep watching it. I kept watching it throughout the day. As soon as it slid, as it was hardening, I just straightened it out. The candy was not on top, but even with the ball, the weight of the ball, it was still slippery. So just make sure you use tape all around like I did with my other flower. And make sure, just keep readjusting it. This is slightly, just slightly, but you know, you can't tell too much of the difference. So that is how I did the topiary, and I think it came out pretty cool. And I think this makes a nice, like, you know, if you're doing any type of hosting a party, if you want to give it as a gift. I mean, I wouldn't ship it anywhere, but you know, if you want to surprise someone with a nice, beautiful gift that's a little different, I think that will come out just as nice. So guys, this is how I did it. Tomorrow I'm going to show you how I put the crystals on top of the last flower arrangements. So I'm going to cut this off from here and come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching my channel. This is 24 hours later. I took the tape that was holding up the flowers to make sure they were straight. So this is the final reveal of the quick water for the first vase I did. And you can see how it is pretty much, you know, you probably really need to give it 48 hours, but there's no spills. It's cured. As you can see, it won't run. Your flowers are straight and pretty sturdy. All right, so next what I'm going to do is the second one. I know it's still quite sticky, but I don't think the crystals is going to fall through. It's pretty sturdy. It's just like a little tacky. So this will be the next one. This is another thing I was thinking about. What if I put quick water in my silver vase? And you see these cut glass I have that I'm going to put in my vase. So I was thinking, if I put quick water on top of them, let it gel, use it as a decorative platter, because sometimes with these platters, since they are Goodwill finds, they have scratches on them. So I'm thinking, hey, this will hide some of the imperfections of the platter, and probably put quick gel on it. I want to see if it's possible to do that. Will it get really hard, or use something else that will get really hard as a surface and use this as a decorative? I thought that was really cool. So if it's not going to be quick water, I would find another product that will actually harden this, and I will do a YouTube video on how to do it. Okay, now let's get back to the second vase. Here goes, we're at vase 2, so I'm hoping this will come out right. So I'm just going to put like a little strainer here and slowly add my crystals. See how it comes out. Oh yeah. So they did rise above. I like that. So it looks like it's floating. It's amazing how it came out exactly as I imagined. Okay, so we have the floating crystals here. I'm going to press, make sure they're kind of straight. I don't want to shake it too much. And then I will slowly add in my flowers. So I'm going to make this arrangement. I'm going to arrange and put the flowers in there, and I will show you the finished product of both. So these are two finished products of the flowers and the quick water, how to use it. I hope I explained it. Have any questions, you can always leave a comment. These flowers I got from Michael's with the 40% off coupon. So I think the two flowers were probably $4.95 or $5. The quick order is $14.99, so just make sure you use your half price or your 40% off coupon. And of course, my vases are Goodwill. They're usually between 50 cents to about $1. So to me, to spend $19.99 or $24.99 at Home Goods, you really still save money. You figure out $6, and plus you could share a quick order between the two. So for these flowers was from Hobby Lobby when it was half off. They probably was $2 and some change each. The crystals I had for a while, but they're still from Michael's, where they actually cut glass. I call them crystals. Okay, and here is some floating. You can see a little bit of the bubbles, which is fine. And they seem to be suspended. I like that. I even like the bubbles there because it looks like it's suspended, you know, and the vase part, the glass is beneath. All right, so I hope you like my channel. I hope you like this, what I was doing. I would try to be a little better on my YouTube channel. I put a lot of things on my Instagram, so if you want to know what I'm doing on a continuous basis, I really post on Instagram at least 3 times a week to show my Goodwill finds and show my before and afters. Like again, I will try to get better on recording, but we all know recording is a very tedious product. And then, you know, I have all my flowers in the back. They just 2 sets sitting in another glass that I got, a vase that I got from the Goodwill, and I just bedazzled it with jewels I got from Michael's. Okay, so this is going to be my spring flowers that I'm going to have with this nice, beautiful indigo blue wall. And I think it's going to brighten everything up. Okay, again, thanks for viewing my YouTube channel From This to That. This is your More Girl. Have a good day. And don't forget to subscribe.